Hi, Jason. Uh, this looks pretty straightforward to me. Um, this this one matches. I'm gonna open the dialog box. See, that's 125 and a 16th for the baseline, and the fascia tops 113 and 5/8, which matches this one, 125 and 16th, 113 and 5/8. Now this one has a different baseline, and a different fascia top at the moment. Now, my inclination would be to delete this one. Whoops. Delete this one. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm going to extend this out. And I've got to get rid of that there. I'm going to go to plan view and take care of that. So here's this one here, this little extra break here. I'm going to take it out. And wrap this over. Line this up with that. And then you can see right here is the nexus point for this roof plate. I'm just going to take it and break it at that nexus point right there. And then plumb it up. I think that's all that's necessary. Now let's check the dialog box and see. This is different. Okay, all right. We end up with an asymmetric eaves this way. This is better roof building, but I think this is higher than this one. Of course, you don't have, it may be that, let's see, this wall here may not be symmetrically placed. Let's see, we got, I want to turn on roof baselines. Roofs, baselines, they're on, okay. So this baseline is off a little bit, looks like. Let me turn off the invisible walls so I can clearly see what's going on. The walls, invisible. Okay, the baseline for this roof, I don't see it. And of course, I don't see any of these. But this one is probably, oh, there's the baseline right there. It's in the right place. Can't tell where this baseline is. My inclination, since we want symmetry, I'm going to delete this roof plane and take this one, and I'm going to go over here to transform replicate. I'm going to make a copy of it, and I'm going to move it 60 inches and reflect it in plan view. So now we have a copy, and I'm going to take this and move this point. Let's see, I can't clearly, there it is. Move it over to there. I'm going to go back to the camera view to just show you what we got. It looks a little crazy, but this will end up with a symmetric roof because this one's a clone of this one. And I just have to clean up the rest of this junk that doesn't belong. I'm going to do that in plan view. Okay, so we want all this junk here to go away. I'm going to go there. Like we got a little piece. Yeah, I'm going to delete that. Okay, I'm going to take this line and use the join roofs tool to join it to this line. to create a valley. Now, let's go back to the camera. And now we should have symmetric eaves. Now, they're not symmetric relative to this because it's in the wrong place. And putting it over here would be kind of problematic. But, okay. So here's the baseline. And this baseline should be here and not where it is. It should be right on the edge of this exterior wall here. So I'm just going to take it and without altering anything else about it, I'm going to move the baseline from there to right there on the outer edge of that wall where it's supposed to be. And then we'll reconfigure this. Now that needs to be straightened. It's out of plumb. Okay. Snap that there eave-wise. Reconnect the ridge with the new from the new position. And reconnect this valley. Okay, there's still a situation here where this is lower than this one, and I suppose that the ceiling height is higher in here, and that's, I didn't mean to open that. I have a little trouble selecting anything. I see what you did. So this ought to be, yeah, it's 12 foot, and that's the reason the roof's higher here. So I'm going to take this edge here, and again, use the break line tool right there, and we'll stretch this out. And this dialog, I always ignore it. I say, don't show this message again during the session, and cancel. And then I can take this line here and drag it up until it's up against this wall. And I think that's it. And okay, let's do an elevation camera because that's the best way to see if you actually have symmetry. I'm pretty sure we do. A little bit of an issue there, but you can see the eaves line up perfectly. And now I don't see the beams up there, but let's put those back in. Okay, I'm going to turn visible walls back on. Walls invisible right there. And I'm going to take this wall and not make it invisible, make it a railing wall. And we'll go over to, yeah, we'll make it a railing and go over to rail style. And we want to post a beam and no half posts. And yeah, we want no railing because then that would be an impediment to walking from one side of the deck to the other. And we don't want the top rail, we don't want the bottom rail, we don't want to raise the bottom. I'm going to go to newels and balusters. You can alter this yourself. I'm going to make it 3.5 inches to be a 4x4. And also, I want the newels and the balusters to show in, there's no balusters in this case, but same thing here. I'm going to take these three walls and do pretty much the same thing. Go to newels and balusters and uncheck default. We'll draw the draw the newels. Won't draw the rails so that the newels and balusters show in plan. And then I'm going to use the break line tool. Break line, break line, break. There it is. Break, not break line, but wall break. And then we'll take this piece and this piece and reprogram them. Same way I did this wall here. Only we'll leave the railing in. And we'll go to rail style, no half posts, post to beam. And we'll go to noodles and balusters, make it match the others, 3.5. And then there we go. That should be a more or less finished product. Now you may want to make those columns and that sort of thing. I think we had an overview camera open, so I hit Control Tab. Okay, no, we did. All right. I think I need to reconnect this ridge because the fascia is not forming up properly. Now let's take another look with an overview camera. Okay, there's just a problem there with the fascia. And sometimes I can correct that by just pulling it out. Well, I'm jerking on it, it's not moving. There. See if the fascia comes back when I pull it out of alignment. It did? Okay. Now we'll try to snap it into place. It's easier to do in plan view than it is in a camera view. Sometimes just pulling that back and forth, it looks like it's a little out of alignment. Let's go to plan view. Yeah, it's a little, well, not a little bit, it's quite a lot. We'll take this and snap it into place and see. It's moving it around sometimes is enough to fix things like that, where the fascia was missing. Yeah, okay. It's still not perfect. I'm not quite sure why, but I think this is all solved now, at least from a starting point. These roofs are symmetric, which is what I wanted, and this roof is higher because the ceiling height is higher in here, and that's all fine. So that's what I can tell you, Jason. I can't tell you why it turned out the way it did. I'm good at fixing things. I'm not good at necessarily at explaining why they go off the rails. Now this one should be marked like the one on the left on the options tab. Well, it is. It says box Steve. It's just not creating a box Steve. Okay, this structurally this doesn't work. I would take these two and open them up and turn the gutter off on the options tab. I don't need gutters up there to protect the roof. And if you can't get this in the box, you might diddle around with it and get the box to come up. But I think it's this wall here doesn't match this wall over here, and that's why it's not boxing. So you might play around with that and see if you can get it to work. Move that in a little closer. Yeah, that didn't do anything. If push comes to shove, you can just draw a polyline solid over on this side and then copy, paste, reflect it over here and get it to look right. Sometimes these automatic tools that are built in, they just don't work, and yet sometimes you have to step in and manually straighten things up. That's it. I hope this helps you and it solves your problem. This porch, needs a post here and some stuff like that, but you know what you want. I don't, so I'm going to skip it. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped.